Hey everybody.
Heyo.
Heyo. I got Nick with me. Alright, coming at you from out in the woods where we enjoy ourselves the most. Now, the name of this video is Chef Dave's Shrimp and Grits Redemption. Okay? Now, you're going to have a little bit of backstory on that. What that is, there's a restaurant called Bahama Breeze. And Bahama Breeze used to have a dish called shrimp and grits, and it was absolutely my favorite food, my favorite meal of all time. You know how I am. I haven't even told Nick that this is what we're going to be talking about today. But anyway, shrimp and grits was always my favorite meal, and Bahama Breeze took it off the menu because they said it wasn't selling good. And I'm thinking to myself, took it off the menu? You know, how hard is it to keep some grits around and you've already got shrimp? You put shrimp on everything else. So that made me very, very angry. So I'm not happy with you, Bahama Breeze. Yes, I'm talking to you, Bahama Breeze. I am not happy with you, and I'm telling all my viewers that.
Now, off of Bahama Breeze, into what we're cooking.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We're ranting a little bit too much here.
Okay. Excuse me. Thanks, Nick kept me in line. Now, after Bahama Breeze quit carrying that, I have tried shrimp and grits in several places. I've tried them in Georgia, in Florida, in Alabama, and nobody makes them as good. Okay, they're terrible. You know, even good restaurants are making it terrible. So I'm here to tell you that I believe that old Dave can make them even better. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do it better. And let's just get you on the tripod so we can talk a little bit better.
Yeah.
So now, getting on with the video, when I say I can do it better than you other restaurants, which is pathetic because people come to restaurants and they pay a lot of money for good food and good service, okay? Well, most of the time the service is good, but the food is very lacking. So I'm here to tell you today, I'm here to redeem myself of my anger against Bahama Breeze and the rest of you out there that don't know how to make good shrimp and grits. To the point to where I'm going to say that I can put the contents, I can put my kitchen, my dining room, and the contents in a hunting vest and walk out into the woods and do a better job than you can. And Nick will be partial judge to that because he's going to try the shrimp and grits too. And you kind of know what they should taste like, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Nick's not as big a fan as I am because I've had them in every restaurant that I've gone to, and they've all been lacking. I just don't like them. They're not good. So anyway, like I said, I have everything I need in a hunting vest with the exception of water. Nick is carrying the water. Did you show that on camera?
Yeah.
Because you got to have. Yeah, he's got two of them. Here, turn around and show them. He's got the water, so I got to make that clear. But everything else is going to come out of this vest, and we're going to. I'll set the vest on ground, and I'll show you everything that's in it. Okay, so we're going to clear out a spot here where some leaves are, and we're going to dig everything out of the vest and get a fire going, and then we're going to try to make us some really good shrimp and grits. All right. Anything you want to add?
I'm going to harshly critique it though.
Good, I want you to.
You say you can make it better than the restaurants. I'm holding you to that.
Well, the idea is I can put everything in a vest and go out in the woods in the middle of nowhere and make them
And to
better.
be honest, you probably could carry these in a vest. There's a space in there.
I probably could, but it's, you know, look, you got to carry something there.
You wanted me to carry something.
Yeah, I wanted him to share the load.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's find a spot here and just. All right, I got a spot cleared out right here, and I've got the leaves out away from me, and that's pretty important because everything is very, very dry, and the creek over there is totally bone dry. There's no water in it, so we certainly don't want no fire going on.
So's the river.
Yeah, and the river's very low too, but we got rain coming next week, so that'll be good. As a matter of fact, Snake Island, completely cut off. You could walk to it. You can't get a boat to it because the creek going to it's dried up.
It feels like it's been over a month with that rain here.
Yeah, it has been.
Whew.
All right, in the outer pockets, I have my little ground covers. It's gonna be one for Nick to kneel on and one for me to kneel on. All right. So I'm gonna lay this out right here. All right. Now I'm gonna take the vest off. Well, let's pull this out of the front pockets first. Okay. In here, we have a pouch with my cooking utensils. I have a frying pan. Let's see what we got in this other one. Shrimp, butter, cheese, and cream cheese in a neat little pouch. Too bad it ain't olive drab. And then, let's see. Okay, that's all in the front. Now in the back here we have, wait a minute, this thing's choking me.
Oh boy.
Alright, in the back, got another big pouch. Another pouch with some cooking stuff. And a grill. Alright. So, there's the vest, completely empty. Everything you see right here is what we're going to use for the cooking. Lay that right there. Alright, I'm going to set the grill up. This is a very, very, very old grill. This is one of the first grills I ever made. Nick, I bet we're going to have to bring that camera in a little bit closer because of all this, the wind.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Got my handy dandy Fox Light gear bag. So, what's in here is, it always helps to have a little roll of paper towels. This, you're going to love. That's my ferro rod bag. There's 2 ferro rods in there. And to keep from ripping my bag, I put my saw in between some gloves because I don't want that sharp edge cutting my bag. So let's put that back in there. Alright, so I got my saw and a kukri. That's what we're going to gather our wood with. First, let's set this up. I'm going to get these off right here for now so I can work a little bit better. Got a nice spot here. This thing, it comes with 6 legs, not 4, 6. This is one of my earlier grills. I just kind of wanted to get it out for old time's sake. Now, a long time ago, most of my videos is me doing things and me talking, but a very, very, very long time ago, I got tagged. Well, I got on the list for Tactical Forum shout-outs, and I don't think they do it anymore. And it was their top 10 channels for the month. And I got chosen as one of them. And I actually used this grill in that video, which was pretty cool. But it's called a Tactical Forum shout-out video. It's on my channel. But anyway, it's the only video that I've ever done where I did not talk. It actually had music. But this is the grill that I used. And I'm thinking it's going to be big enough. That's an open country, made in USA pan. It's got a Teflon coating. That's what we're going to cook the shrimp in. And then over here, in this bag, let's see what we got in here. I have a small pot with some of these grits. Now these are the yellow corn grits. Somebody had mentioned it, also known as polenta. These are the good undyed one, because a lot of those, when you see the white grits, they've been bleached white, but they're made out of yellow corn, and that's why these are still yellow. But polenta corn grits, okay? Because in a video a while back, I was talking about grits, and people were asking, they were saying, what are grits? And somebody had said, well, up north they're known as polenta. So that's all it is, crushed dried corn. I got a little screen, also handy in a survival situation, because you can lay a bandana in it and pre-filter water. Got me and Nick a couple of plates. Nick, I'll eat off the one that landed in the ground.
All right.
And then a pot for the grill. Now the first thing that we're going to do before I start the fire is I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak, where it is, okay. This little bag right here, it's a cool little insulated bag. Let me move this stuff over. This is a cool little insulated bag that got sent to me free through the mail. And can you see on the inside right there?
Yep.
AARP, American Association for Retired People. I'm not retired yet, but I'll certainly take a free bag. But it's got the silver inside it, and that's got some of the ingredients in it. But what we're going to do for now is I bought a bag from Walmart, and you can't beat this. This is small shrimp, cooked, peeled, and deveined, tail off. Okay, this bag was just $5. Now, you can't beat it for coming out in the woods and hanging around out here and doing this kind of stuff. Now, Nick, do we want the entire bag or half the bag?
Well, you're asking me. Of course I want the entire bag.
Well, we ain't got that many. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we got room for it. Are you sure you want the whole bag?
Just do what you need.
Well, I'm trying to think of what'll fit in the pan.
That's a lot of shrimp for that bag of grits there.
Yeah, it is. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put that in there. And yeah, we're only going to use half of this. All right.
Speaking of grits, what did we forget in the last video? Breakfast video. Was the butter?
Maybe.
Did you remember the missing ingredient?
Or was it salt and pepper? I don't know, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to let these soak for a little while because you got to let them soak in water so they'll defrost. Because they're already steamed, but what we're going to do is we're going to kiss them in some butter and some seasoning to give them a good flavor. All right? Because this is not Cook Dave, this is Chef Dave's. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of water in here and we're going to let these things sit for a little while. All right. Now I got another water bottle over there for if we run out of water. All right, I'm going to let them sit, let that sit. We're going to go gather up some firewood, set it here, get a fire going. All right? You ready to go, Nick?
Yep.
All right,
don't forget to put the lid back on. I don't want a leaf falling in it.
Oh, yeah.
It has been windy.
It is. It's very, very windy.
Maybe it's a good sign of rain coming.
Well, it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, so let's go.
All right.
So let's take a look and see what's in this bag right here. I have a friend, another friend on YouTube, and he has a channel called Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors. Okay. Now, Jerry makes the most unbelievable ferro rods I've ever seen in my life. Remember the Crocodile Dundee? That's not a knife, this is a knife. That's not a ferro rod, this is a ferro rod. Unbelievable. He sent one for Nick and one for me. Look at that. Have you ever in your life seen such a thing? Alright, so what we're going to do, and he also gave me, this is pretty cool, a big old hunk of fat wood. Now, Jerry is from West Virginia, so this is not Georgia fat wood. This is a big old hunk of fat wood from West Virginia. Ah, it smells so good. Alright, so what we're going to do, let's see. We're going to carve off a little bit of this. Let's carve off a few shavings right here. Can you see that good from where you're at?
Yeah.
Alright. If you have to, you can use the zoom.
It's been a while. I already forgot where the zoom is. Oh wait, it's up there.
It's up on top.
Yeah. Let's get a good shot of that.
Alright, I think that's enough. That's good to have that thing handy right there whenever you're doing this stuff. I think I've dropped a little bit of it.
There, the wind blew it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't exactly. Sometimes this ain't easy doing this stuff with it under a grill, but I like to go ahead and set the grill up. That'll work. Alright, so let's see if I can get this ferro rod working. See if I can get this ferro rod to strike right here without knocking everything everywhere. I'm probably got to turn a little bit. Let's see. This grill may be in the way. Alright, there we go. Alright.
Just like that.
So that right there should hold a flame long enough for me to get a few small sticks on here. But we got to be real careful with this today because the wind is so bad today. We're going to get this thing going and then we're going to start shifting the fire around. And look, see, I just knocked some of that stuff everywhere. That's what happens when you get in a hurry.
And this has been How to Start a Forest Fire with your host, Dave.
Oh, I hope not. I most certainly hope not. Yeah, that good old fat wood. See, that big hunk of fat wood is going to last a long time. Because all you need is a few little shavings. And if you work fast and put on your small twigs and sticks, you're going to get the fire going in a pretty quick time. And I'm working my way up. Now see, the flames are blowing that way, and a little while ago the wind was blowing in the other direction really hard. So this may be one of them days to where the wind's just blowing around in all kinds of directions. See, it just shifted the other way.
If it happens anything like the fire in that last video, ooh, that'll be bad. Or the last one I filmed on.
Oh yeah.
Because that got high.
Yeah, it did get very, very high. See, now the thing is a lot of people always talk about, they're always complaining, making comments saying, oh, you got to cook over coals. Well, the thing about cooking over coals is once you start cooking over coals, you have a coal, you have a set temperature, and that's pretty much the end of it. And your temperature range is dictated by those coals, okay? Now, a lot of times I have got into the habit of keeping either baton wood or smaller pieces of wood around, because as the fire dies down, if I ever need a boost in heat, I'll add some of the split wood or the small wood. Makes sense?
Yep.
So I'm just going to keep on continuing this. Now, as you can see, that one strike, or those couple of strikes from the ferro rod with those little bit of curls, have slowly started turning this into a reasonably healthy fire. And I'm adding all this stuff because I'm going to try to get this going over there, so that I've got fire going. And you can see the fire is now taking life. And like this right here, well, I was going to move that to the other side. Once I know that fire is reasonably healthy, I can shift it over to the side a little bit. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue adding these little logs and sticks until I feel like it's to life, and then I'm going to add some bigger pieces on it. Alright? So we'll get back with you once the fire has become manageable. Alright, it ain't died down to coals yet, but first thing that we want to do is we want to get some water going. So, because it won't take long to cook the shrimp, but it'll take longer to get the water boiling. There you go, that ought to be good. Alright, I think that may be enough water. It's kind of hard to judge because I haven't measured anything. Alright, so we've got that going, and we're waiting on the coals to die down so that we ain't got quite so many flames. And as soon as that starts bubbling, what I'll do then is I'll dump the grits in.
So far it's not getting out of control.
Yeah, so far it's not. That wind sure has picked up. And see, them flames are shifting back and forth all over the place. And there are no rocks around here, but if we had rocks, this would be a good time to pile rocks all around it because of the way the flames are going around. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in some of these. I don't know how much. Put in some grits here. we'll kind of judge. That's good right there. Alright, I put in about a half of that bag. Alright, let's see what we got in this other little bag right here.
Hopefully a lot of butter.
Neat little
oh wait, different bag.
Here. Let's see what we got in here. I think this is my cook kit. Yeah, this is a cook kit in here. I got a little thing full of little bitty trial size of salt and pepper, which is handy. Old Bay seasoning. That'll be for the shrimp. And then I've got just various utensils in here.
Oop.
Alright. So let's stir up the grits. Let them simmer. Yeah, they're starting to get a little bit warm. Alright, now let's see. I'm going to move these over to this side. Alright, now let's see what we got in the bag here. Where's the other bag? Okay, the cold bag. Let's see what we got here. Get rid of these things here for a minute. May not need them because I'm not going to be messing with the fire that much. If I will, I got a piece of leather here. Alright, let's look in here. We have... Get the shrimp back out. I got some cheese. Now I'm using the taco blend cheese because it's got a seasoning in it. Adds a little zing to it. Now, Philadelphia cream cheese. Alright, we're going to put in a half a block. Well, this is a half a block. We're going to put in like a quarter of a block.
Dang, I figured we'd use a whole block.
Now we're going to use a quarter of a block because I don't know what it's going to do to it. Man, I felt the heat over there.
So I've been feeling the smoke. It's throwing me off.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there is no good place to sit around here on a day like this because of the way the fire is. And then we're going to put in some butter. And then that is pretty much, oh, and we're going to put a little salt and pepper in there. And I may need to put a little bit more water in there. Put this on. Good old Mora Kansas bowl. Now you may think this sounds like I'm advertising, naming all these different products, but I'm not. What it is because people always ask in the comments, oh, what was that knife? What was that bag? What was this? What was that? So I usually just try to answer if I can. Let's see, this needs to be up on top. Put this back in there. Alright. We may need a little bit more water in there. Wipe that off. I ain't a big fan of having butter all over my knife. Alright, so let's stir this up. I think what I'm going to do is set this here. Woo, man, I can feel the heat. I can feel the heat. I ain't got to worry about these grits burning. Oh, I can feel the heat. Oh, I can feel it. I got to put one of these back on. I can feel it. See, that's another good reason for having these Nomex flight gloves. I just don't see how people cook without them. Fire is slowly dying down. We're going to have some nice creamy grits here in a little while. Man, this is going to be so good.
Oh.
What was that? Oh, is it coming at you?
Getting ashes in the face.
That ain't good. Alright, let's see. I'm going to move this over to this side. Alright, I think we're going to let that simmer there for a little while because the shrimp itself is not going to take long.
That works.
Yeah. Alright, the grits everything is starting to melt a little bit. Everything's getting kind of good and creamy right here. Starting to look good, Nick. Alright, one of the things that I forgot to put in here was the salt and pepper.
What?
I'm fixing to put it in.
Oh, come on.
Now, it's
really?
getting good and creamy right there. But the cream cheese ain't completely breaking up, so unfortunately I think what I'm gonna have to do is put just a touch more water. Just a touch more. Yeah, not much. Because we want them to be pretty thick, but we don't want them to be so thin that they ain't gonna work out good. And if that cream cheese is not completely melting, then them grits definitely ain't got enough heat to cook them. I mean, they're not done yet. Now what this is this is a little trial size, handy little salt and pepper thing. Fortunately, once you peel the sticker off of it, I don't know if the sticker will go back on. A little bit of pepper. Alright, let's see if I put the sticker back on. Yeah, it went back on. And then a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Alright. Now, stir that up one last time right there. Alright, now let's put this pan on there, let it start preheating. And where is the butter? Here it is. Alright. Let's put this in a half a stick of butter here. Another good thing about cooking with butter is that's a prime indicator of how your pan is warming up. Lots of nice butter. Get in there. Alright, I'm going to save that a little bit for in case I got to put more in. Now I don't want the fire to get totally out of hand on this because I'd rather cook over a low flame than to have raging flames during this kind of weather. Alright, now one other thing that we need to take care of, I think we've got the shrimp plenty defrosted. So we're going to take our survival strainer. Let's see. I wished I had another container to catch that water in. I really had to get rid of that water. Whatever. I guess we'll have to do without it. Alright, let's drain that. Yeah, butter's starting to melt. Still a little bit of ice in there. That ought to be enough shrimp, shouldn't it? For you and me?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, I don't want it to be too hot because this shrimp is already pre-boiled or pre-steamed, I think. And we're just seasoning it, so I don't want too much of a fire here. We'll wait on that. Let's set this right here for now. Let's go ahead and put in some of this Old Bay seasoning. Old Bay seasoning. Let's see. And then I'll sprinkle some more on here in a little while. That looking good, Nick?
Yep, just eat that right there. Butter and seasoning.
Butter and seasoning.
Delicious.
Now when that butter completely goes, I'm gonna when it completely melts, that's when I throw the shrimp in. Good old shrimp and grits, Nick. You just can't beat it. Nothing beats it. Yeah, I think that temperature's gonna be just right there. Grits are starting to thicken up. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to swap these because the flames seem to be higher on this side. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to move. Let's see if I can move a piece of wood. gonna see if I can move this piece of wood over here. There you go.
Wait for it. You're gonna see the entire grill go down.
I think that'll work. All right, you ready for the shrimp? Now that's starting to thick up. It's time to do the shrimp. The butter and the seasoning is almost cooked. All right, here we go. There you go.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Looking good. Now we're going to need a little bit of extra boost of flames on this side. So what we're going to do is put an extra piece of wood here, and here, and here. Whoop. There we go. That ought to give us what we need. There we go. Now see, that's what I did right there. People's always talking about, you know, cooking over coals. Well, sometimes when it starts dying down, this side needs simmering, and this side needs more heat now. Because this side is almost done. So let's go ahead and throw the rest of this butter in there. Oh man, I got butter all over my gloves.
That's okay.
I can't wear these in bear territory no more. Nick, don't that look good?
Oh yeah.
Don't that look good? Oh yeah.
Buttery shrimp.
Buttery with Old Bay seasoning. That is some good eating. All right. Let's see now. A little bit more Old Bay. Can't never have too much. Smash this butter up a little bit. Oh no, I lost a shrimp, Nick.
Oh, that's yours.
No, it fell directly in the fire. Alright, so let's let that
That's
simmer.
okay. It'll just be a little extra crispy.
Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Alright, so let's let that simmer for a little while. Check on this. Yeah, no problem there. Matter of fact, those are done. Let's see if I can do this without disturbing the fire too much. Look at this, Nick, the beauty of leather. Let's fold this over twice. Let's pull this piece out and put it over there. There we go. That worked. Let's get this over. Because those are done. I don't really want to mess them up too bad. Hey, instead of sitting on the ground, we'll sit on this log over here and eat. You want to do that?
Sure.
That looks like a good place to sit.
I'll sit on that side over there that's got the dead limb hanging over it.
Alright, how are we doing? We're
Terrific.
looking good. These are going to be nice and juicy and buttery. Buttery goodness, Nick. Man, don't that look good? Butter and Old Bay seasoning. You just can't beat it.
You don't even need the grits. You can just eat that.
Yeah, you probably could. Alright, so let's see what we got in here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this cheese out, kind of let it start melting a little bit. Now, I'm not going to mix it in because I got to noticing that when you put it on top, it's actually much better. There. All right. All right, I'm going to put our tablecloth over here. I think it's almost done.
Oh, that's tight. That's a tight turn.
Huh?
That was a tight turn. You can go and look over here.
Oh, was it? Oh, man, that is so good.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put no more of the Old Bay in there. I think it looks good the way it is.
What? You gotta use the whole bottle.
No, that stuff's strong, Nick. Man, this is gonna be some good eating. Alright, now, check these out. We'll let it go just a little longer. Look, a friend of mine sent me these from Sweden. Folda Cup, the original, made in Sweden by Renegaz. You people from Sweden know what I'm talking about, but these are little fold-up cups. And this is what Nick and I will be using to drink water out of today.
Look
cool?
there.
Which one do you want, Nick? The big one or the little one?
The big one.
Alright.
Give me that.
Alright. I'm going to carry the water over
Let's
there.
see. Yep, I can't pronounce that either. Here, I'll just show the name on camera.
Alright. Yeah, show it on camera. Alright, we're fixing to be reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now comes the, let's see, what do we got here? Let's try this. Got leaves everywhere. Alright, let's try one of these. See if it's ready. That'll make you cross-eyed. That blue one's mine. Here, stick this in your upper pocket. That is perfection, Ned.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute perfection. Alright, you ready?
Well, yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, let's see if I can do this. Where's the cheese at? There it is. Alright, let's see. Alright, what we're going to do is going to get a glob of grits. Sprinkle some cheese on top.
Mm-hmm. Make sure it gets some on the ground.
Yeah, get some on the ground. You got to feed the squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to get some of these delicious shrimp.
Oh yeah.
Put the shrimp on top.
There.
Woo, that plate is getting hot. And then going to put a dash. Hold on. I'll put this under it. Man, that plate got hot, Nick. Let's give you a few more.
I don't even have gloves.
Oh, you
With me
ain't
right
gotta
now.
have 'em. Just a dash of Old Bay. Right. Now I'm gonna set this over there where you're gonna be eating. And then I'm gonna make me one. Well, I can set it right here. Let's set it right there.
We get a shot of that plate in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Watch make another one.
Oh man, creamy. Ah, it's hot. Ah. Hot. All right. Let's get some more of this. Shrimp grits. Now you gotta give me your honest opinion, Nick. Oh no, I forgot the cheese on mine.
Aw, man.
Good thing I put it on yours.
Dang.
Oh,
That'd be better on top though, 'cause, you know,
I guess.
it'd probably melt better.
Well, I think it melts better if it's on the grits. We got to remember that one there is yours.
Alright.
Alright. That is some good eating. Alright, let's put a little bit more Old Bay.
I was amazing none leaves fell in any of it.
I know, it's a shock. We didn't get a single leaf in it. All right, I'm gonna carry. How hot's that? All right, Nick, let's go on over here.
All right.
Okay. Water for the old man.
Some now. Oop. It's unbalanced right there.
It is. We gotta find a place. All right, let me hold this up for the camera.
See. That's
All right, Nick. You got the honors first.
all right. Let's see.
Dig in, grab a little bit of both. Shrimp and grits.
Sure, get cheese, shrimp, all the goodies.
Spider on you.
Oop.
So what do
I
you
can't
think?
really taste the seasoning in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe Nick was right. Maybe we need the whole bottle on it.
Yeah.
All right, let the old man try it. Oh no!
That's the second one. Now I can taste the cheese, the shrimp, the grits, the butter especially, and that's good.
I needed more old seasoning.
But more of the seasoning would give it an extra flavor that I'm looking for.
It's pretty good.
That bite was good. I think there was a clump of seasoning in that bite. That was good.
You're right. I'm gonna take this one off the top right here and scoot it over here and eat it.
Kind of thinking about adding extra seasoning. I'll still got some.
I'll get it. Right on the shrimp.
Grits too.
Right.
Yeah.
I put a lot right there. Try that. That's some good eating. All right. Let's ease this up here. Well.
Yeah, that's a whole lot better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And see, a lot of those other restaurants, they didn't have as much shrimp with it.
I think I had one restaurant that had a large plate, not like this, but the radius was a little larger. Maybe 4 or 5 shrimp. I don't know, maybe about that small in it. You're mostly just eating grits and the other
Now I remember.
things that they put in it.
Now I remember Destin Beach, Florida, Pompano Joe's. It was like $17 or $18 for shrimp and grits, and there was like 7 or 8 shrimp in it, and mostly grits. And we got enough grits and shrimp for another meal. I only used a half a bag, so if the bag is $5, it was $2.50. So the shrimp itself was like $1.25 for each of us today. And I gotta say something else, I admit. This is the very, very first time I have ever put cream cheese in grits. It is so good. I bet you wish you was here, don't you? Man, this is so good. This is delicious. Alright. We're gonna finish eating.
It is good.
Oh, it looks good. Let me show you something else.
Seasoning is definitely what I need.
Let me show you something else. The fire has died down to coals. Where's it at? I can't even see it. There it is. Fire's died down to coals. And there's just about no heat there. So that's one of the reasons why I'm always adding wood to it. To make it to give me some more heat. So, alright, I guess we're going to go, because we're going to eat. Probably get the rest of that shrimp and divvy it up. And then we're probably going to hike some more. Anything you want to add, Nick?
We didn't really measure out how much seasoning to use, but it looked like it was a kind of a thick covering that you used.
I tell you something else, Nick. I bet you a lot of that seasoning is left in that butter over there. You know what?
Yeah.
I bet that's what it is. Because
I bet most of it mixed into it, because that's what it looks like from here.
That butter's no longer yellow. It's kind of got a gold tint.
It's more the color of the seasoning.
I know.
That's probably where it went. So
Probably is.
I don't know. You might could save seasoning by just adding the seasoning afterwards instead of putting it in the pan with the butter.
Could be. Alright. Day before yesterday. What's today? October 5th? Today's October 5th as we are filming this. We live in Georgia. October 3rd, we hit an all-time record of 101 degrees. That is so out of character for us. And then October 4th, it was 97 degrees. And hallelujah, today the high is 89. And all next week the highs are going to be 79 and 80. So fall is here.
You can definitely tell with the video, the leaves have been falling constantly.
Oh yeah. So hopefully we're going to get out in the woods no more. I'm not going to do any more filming in the gear room, you know, if I can help it. Because those videos just don't seem to be that popular. That last video I did, the clothing video, I don't know. It wasn't as popular as some of the others. So anyway, we're going to try to get out more since the weather's better, because this is hiking, camping, fishing, kayaking weather.
Oh yeah.
How long have we kept you on here? I can't tell. Alright, well, till the next one. You good? Alright, we're going to eat some more. Till the next one, we shall see you then.
See you later.
And I think I forgot to mention something very important, okay? That YouTube channel I was telling you about, my friend Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors, okay? As I'm filming this, he told me this morning, he sent me an email this morning and said that he's going to be having a giveaway on his channel for these giant ferro rods. So hopefully this video is not uploaded too late for y'all to get in on his contest. So it's Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors. Great big old Godzilla sized ferro rods. And he has added in this glue, you can't tell, this glue that's inside here, he's added some luminous element that makes these things glow in the dark. The stuff that's holding in the striker and the ferro rod glows in the dark. So if you want to win one of these, visit his channel. Alright? So for the second time, we shall see you in the next one.